What's up guys, Bearded Jeeper here, and today I have been called out again for the Start It Over Jeep Challenge. So here we go. So the Start It Over Jeep Challenge was created by Nate over at SWB Crawler. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, he does some great videos. I'd really like to see his subscribers boost right up. But this whole thing is about bringing the Jeep community back together again. Now I got called out by two people for this challenge. First one was Jeep Mama. She called me out. She was the original person to call me out. And then the second was Chris Meacham, who, if you guys don't remember, he started the other Jeep challenge of telling your Jeep story. This is about bringing the Jeep community back together again for another Jeep challenge video. And it's really cool when all the Jeepers get together and kind of tell a little bit about why they got into Jeeping. The purpose of this challenge is, say you were to start over with your Jeep, your current Jeep, or maybe another Jeep. So the slate is wiped completely clean and you have to start over with your Jeep build. What would you do? What would you do differently? There are definitely some things I would do differently. Let me show you what I mean. Alright, so one of the first things I would do better is keeping up with these wheels. I've let them go long enough. I've tried painting them, but they're just rusting and rotting, and I think a couple of them might be bent. So I really should have kept up better with keeping these cleaned up, washing more after the trail, washing some of the salt off in the winter, and just keeping it looking nicer, because I feel like wheels really accentuate how your Jeep looks. So first, I really need a new set of wheels, but I should have kept these better from the beginning. Now the second thing I would have done differently is I would have installed more skid plates so I didn't do so much damage. This undercarriage, it has seen better days. So let's go underneath and I'll show you some of the carnage that could have been avoided had I got better skid plate system. I still don't have a good skid plate system, I just have factory skids. So let me show you why one of the first things I should have done is install a better skid system. So just look at that oil pan. That's got quite the dent in it. I know I have a pinion seal leak. I gotta fix that. I have replaced this transmission pan twice now, so that definitely would have helped. I don't know if you can tell, but this is the gas tank skid. Got a hole started there. That part's not even connected anymore. I mean, it did its job for a factory skid, but I really need something better under here. Alright, so another thing that I should have done and I still haven't done is to install a transmission cooler. I know some of the newer JKs came with them, but this is a 2010, it didn't come with one, and because of it I already destroyed one transmission and I'm on my second used transmission, and that all could have been avoided, all those costly bills, if I had just got even a cheap $30 transmission cooler. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be one of my next few videos, hopefully. I want to get one installed so I don't have to worry about that stupid little light that says hot oil, hot oil, hot oil. It just gets really annoying and I want it fixed. So I'm going to do that soon. Going along with fixing things, I probably should have gotten a Rubicon instead of the Islander edition. I know it's pretty cool having the Islander edition, but it's just technically a Sport with a kind of a trim package on it. And the front axle is the weak Dana 30. And anyone who's watched my channel has known I already snapped one. I could only afford to put a stock Dana 30 back in there. So eventually I want to go 1 tons. 1 tons and 40-inch tires, that's my goal, but it takes a lot to fund that. So right now we're still running the Dana 30, but if I had to do it over again I would probably get a Rubicon. Has the 44 front and rear and 410 gears. These stock 321 gears are a dog going up the hills. It just doesn't want to get out of its own way. So that's definitely one thing I would have done differently. So there's definitely not a ton of things I would do differently, but there are a few for sure. But I really think some of the best ways you learn what you like, what you don't like, is to get a Jeep. Even if it's a sport, even if it's not the greatest shape, just get it, wheel it, build it into what you want and what fits your wheeling style. A lot of people are surprised that I only have a 2.5-inch lift, and this thing has made it on some of the harder trails. I may not take the hardest line, but it has taken some of the bigger trails, and it's only a small lift. So you really don't need a huge 4-inch lift and coilovers, and yeah, all that stuff's nice, but you really got to learn to wheel. I would even recommend starting to wheel stock. That way you can really learn the vehicle, I feel, when it's stock, and you learn what it's capable of. Then you learn, okay, I need a little bit bigger tire to get over this obstacle, or I need a little bit longer shock to flex a little bit more. You learn what your Jeep really needs, not, oh, that looks cool, I'm gonna buy that. So that's the way I look at it, at least. Alright, I don't know if you can see it, but just ignore all the foam in the back of my Jeep. I got that from work, and that's gonna soundproof my office when I get that built, and you guys will see that, so don't worry. But now it is my turn to call out 3 Jeep YouTubers to tell what they would do different, and if they had to start over today, what they would do differently with their Jeep build. So the first person I want to call out is Trail Recon. Brad, I'd like to hear what you would do differently with your Jeep. Would you still build it into an overlanding rig? What would you do with it? The second person I would like to call out is I Am Jake. If you haven't followed Jake, and now his buddy Ben is joining him on this epic road trip that they're doing. It's a 50-state road trip. Just traveling, living out of the Jeep. It's really cool. So Jake, what would you do differently with your Jeep? Would you still build it the way it is? Would you maybe buy a newer Jeep, a JK, or would you still keep the old? What would you do differently? Okay, and the third and final person I'm gonna call out is Jason over at Auto Edit. His YouTube channel is really cool. He has an awesome Jeep, and he's just went out to hit the Rubicon Trail, so if you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel as well. So those are the 3 people I called out, and if you were to start over today, let me know what you would change, what you would do differently. And if you're watching this and I didn't call you out and you don't have a YouTube channel, feel free to leave your comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys would do differently to your Jeep, to your vehicle. It doesn't have to be a Jeep. We're all in the off-road community together. So leave a comment below and tell me what you would do differently to your rig, and would you change a lot? Would you change a little? Some people like Jeep Mama, she said she really wouldn't change a whole lot in it. It was kind of a learning experience for her. I'd love to hear them. I read every comment. I try to respond to every comment, so you'll get a response right away. And do me a favor, guys, if you like this video, if you like any of my other videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, click that little bell icon so you get a new notification every single time I upload a video. And make sure you show some love to all the other YouTube channels that I mentioned here, and kind of follow the chain of videos of people telling what they would do differently in their Jeep, and you'll find some really cool content, I can guarantee you that, and you might find someone that you want to subscribe to. So thanks guys for watching, and as always, stay bearded, stay Jeepin'. I'm out.